moving forward?
Oh, his future is bright.
We're going to go quick no huddle here with Damian Woody, the two-time Super Bowl champion. He's got a busy morning. Let's get right to it. He joins us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Proof is brought to you by Pennzoil. Pennzoil synthetic motor oils are made from natural gas, giving you unbeatable engine protection. Proof's in the Pennzoil based on sequence 4A wear test using SAE 5W30. Damian, good morning. What are you expecting from Jalen Hurts Sunday?
I expect a rough start, man. I mean, your first start against the best defense in the National Football League in the New Orleans Saints. It'll be good for him to get a full week of all the reps and all of that. But, man, this Philadelphia Eagles offense is so discombobulated and just lacking a bunch of weapons. And to go against that Saints defense, it's going to be a tall task on Sunday for him.
Being an offensive lineman and knowing that you got a new starter at quarterback, how difficult is it for you from a cadence standpoint and understanding all of those things?
Okay, yeah, I mean, those little nuances does make a difference, because there's different cadence between Wentz and Hurts, and so that's what you got to get used to in the week of practice. You also got, a guy that's a little bit more mobile back there. So as an offensive lineman, as you're blocking, sometimes those guys tend to disengage when they see the quarterback moving around. So you got to be cognizant of that. So there are little differences in their games that as an offensive lineman you got to be aware of.
When you look at it, Damon, did the NFL follow the right protocols this past Tuesday? Was it Monday or Tuesday? Whatever it was, one of those games. My mind is messed up with the Dez Bryant situation.
Well, I mean, listen, Key, there's obvious concerns, right? Because you got Dez Bryant. I think in the pregame he was embracing, people from the Cowboys and some of his teammates, and to come back with a positive test right before kickoff, it makes you question, going back to player safety again. Here's a guy that came back with a positive test, and he was out there, in contact with a bunch of people with both organizations. So that's a big question that I think the NFL needs to answer.
D. Wood, if you were playing in today's game, how would you balance a situation like that, player safety, as opposed to just keep playing like nothing's ever happened?
Well, listen, for me, I have a unique case. My wife, she has autoimmune disease, so it would just be it would definitely be heightened for me. I think the thing I said from the beginning was you have to be, as players, you got to be selfish. You can't put yourselves in any type of potentially bad situation outside of the facility. And I just think you just got to be as careful as possible, knowing that you also play a contact sport, so you're going to be in contact with all these other players, and you don't know what they're doing. So it's definitely a balancing act. But listen, at the end of the day, guys want to get paid. Mm-hmm. So you're going to go out there and get that paycheck.
Fair enough. Damian, we know you got to run. You got to be on SportsCenter in just a few minutes. Appreciate your perspective and enjoy Thursday Night Football tonight. It's a day that ends in Y. Football is being played, right? Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, D-Wood. Is it a game tonight?
Seriously.
I mean, Tuesday, when did they play? It was Wednesday. It was Monday. I'm like,
2 games Monday.
Got games every
I just know
night.
they
Tuesday.
played and nobody played Wednesday. That's all I know.
I forgot who played on Monday.
Yeah, we had 2 games Monday, including your great call of the Washington football team over Pittsburgh.
Well, that's why I was like, when did Baltimore play? What
Tuesday.
day was that? Yeah, it was Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
How about this, guys? Looking ahead, think about the primetime slate here over the next few games. Thursday night, tonight, you got the Rams and the Pats. Obviously, an important game for both. We've discussed it throughout the morning. You kind of understand what's at stake for both squads here. One team trying to stay in the playoff mix, the other trying to win their division, get back to the Super Bowl against the team they lost in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. They'll see them there tonight, although both teams look a lot different. They've lost a lot of players on both sides. And then Sunday night, you have Pittsburgh and Buffalo under the lights. And then Monday night, you have Baltimore and Cleveland under the lights. You got their Sunday slate for sure, but how about Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night? It's going to be an awesome several next days.
For now, we got Thursdays to Sunday to Monday. We'll look up by Friday. It'll be like, well, we're going to play another Tuesday night game, and this team is moving to so
don't jinx it, Zubin. Don't jinx it.
Well, it's been happening. Seems like every single week. It's not that he's jinxing.
No, I know. I know. I
mean, like, it's just keep happening.
Can the Pats win out and make the playoffs?
it's going to be tough, but I feel like they can. But it's going to be tough, and it starts tonight. If they, one game at a time, if they do that, and they just go one at a time, they're in the fourth quarter now, and they stack up them wins.
Look at you sounding like a coach. One at a time. If they stack
up them wins, then we'll see where they're at in the end. And it'll be an exceptional job done by the coaching staff as well as the players, considering that they're not out there with much. They're not.
Can you make the argument? Go ahead, Jay.
I was going to say, just going back to our conversation I talked to Mike Reese today, who is around the Patriots organization a lot. He said they're the most confident they've ever been thus far this year. But I just think hearing him articulate or describe the Patriots being that way, just understanding they know who they are. Downhill, they're going to pound the ball, they're going to do it on special teams. That pays a lot of dividends when you're not trying to get, as you would like to say, Key, sometimes with Jared Goff, you wonder about it. Is he going to get too cute? Is he going to try to do something outside of himself where the Patriots know exactly who they are?
Well, that's good coaching, though. You settled in and you figured out everything. You go, okay, Cam can throw the football. He proved that against Seattle. He can deliver some things. He can run the ball, but we don't have a whole lot to continue to waste trying to overprove that he can throw the ball as much as we would like. But this game plan shows us with these teams that we can run and beat them up. So why not just do that?
Yep. Let me ask you this. Down the stretch, after the Rams tonight, here's the rest of the schedule to see if they can win out. We got to know who they play. It'll be all of a division delight for them after tonight. At the Dolphins, let's just WNL this, and I got one more question about tonight. WL this, Dolphins. We'll see what happens with the Rams tonight. At Dolphins after the Rams game.
It'll be tough. They've struggled in Miami in the past, but I think they can win that game.
Jay?
I think they can win that game.
And here's why. Because they're going up against a young quarterback in Tua.
They'll then take on another young quarterback that seems to be a little ahead of Tua at this point. They'll host the Bills.
That'll be tough, but I think they can win it at home. They almost won it last time.
And that's some payback, but I think look, the Bills have a big game coming up.
Sunday,
Pittsburgh.
But I would still have the Bills favored in that game.
Closing the season against the Jets. I mean, okay.
Really?
Just had to throw it out to round it out.
Yeah.
Here's the other question for tonight. Nobody wants to play on 4 days rest. Everybody in the league hates going Monday, Thursday. I mean, the players hate Thursday. I'm not in the locker room, but I've heard every one of them I've ever interviewed say they hate Thursday games. But is this the ideal Thursday scenario if there is such a thing for teams that hate it? You got 4 days between games, your body's banged up, but you're not getting on a flight. You're not even leaving the city you just played. If there is such a thing as having a more comfortable Monday to Thursday turn, this seems ideal for the Pats.
Yeah, I'm at home. I can't go anywhere. The COVID situation in California is ridiculous. It spikes ridiculous, right? So everything's shut down. There curfews out there, so it's not like you got to worry about your team doing anything that they shouldn't be doing, and all you're doing is watching film.
That makes sense to you? Makes sense, right? We'll see what happens. Belichick actually said since we didn't get on a plane, it actually felt.
Wasn't talking to you.
Man, you sitting over there talking about rap.
I was talking to Zubin.
Yeah, because
you got to go to break, and you were taking long on your answer.
Because Pat said keep it short. I kept it short. It was within 6 seconds.
Here we go, keeping it short. One of Key's NFL Live teammates says Dak needs to get out of Dallas. Is he right with that? We'll discuss after Jay has this from Granger.
I hope you mess it up.
That's wrong. For the ones who keep people on property safe, there's Granger. Granger is your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry as well as the latest equipment, safety assessments, training, and more.